Hey, LeBron, skip out on your team. Hey, LeBron, go do some podcasts or go on some goofy kids show when you're skipping out on the team. Hey, LeBron, demand max money. Hey, LeBron, demand that your kid be hired to the team. Hey, LeBron, demand that your podcast buddy.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So, I had a member's request to check out this Angry Old Hoops video. And this is titled MJ Getting Benched While LeBron Stayed In. Tells us so much. And I did want to talk about this whole thing, and I know what he's going to compare. So the other day, it was a glorious day for me. I watched this game live. I watched the whole thing, and it was a beautiful, beautiful situation to experience. This is why I have been saying for about 2 years now, those of you who have been following, that LeBron James is actually hurting the Lakers. The Lakers are better without him. They were better when Austin Reeves, this is before Luka got there, they were better when Austin Reeves was the primary ball handler. I think you've gotten a taste of what I was trying to talk about now this season with the numbers he's able to put up while LeBron is out, when he's been injured and nursing his his pinched nerve. Yeah, he was looking like an all-star. And then you got Luka there with he's the other primary ball handler, and he's destroying everybody. Them without LeBron James this season, they were looking like the second or third best team in the league. Okay, like by far killing everybody. Okay. And I was watching and I was finding myself actually almost kind of enjoying watching the Lakers without LeBron, because like they look like a solid team. Not gonna lie, the ball movement was incredible. Then LeBron comes back, and that's when I knew, like, immediately, I'm like, okay, give it a couple days, and he's gonna start hurting the team again, because he can't help it. He's selfish, right? And to get to this Suns game, okay, Devin Booker played in the first quarter only, okay? Then he gets injured with a groin pull or something like that, but he misses the rest of the game. All right, so he only plays the first quarter. Now, what happens with the LeBron James-led Lakers? They get blown out of the building, okay? They get blown out of the building. And I know this is in reference, this video is going to be in reference towards the stat padding. We'll get into that as the video goes along, and Angry Old Hoops will lead the way on that. But I just wanted to make it very clear. Do you guys see what I've been talking about now? It's not hate. I'm not spreading hate. I'm telling you the truth of what I see on the basketball court. LeBron ruins the flow of their offense. And on defense, he's a huge liability. And if he starts slacking off on defense and walking around and moping around, well, guess what? The rest of the team follows suit. That's what it's like to be a leader. You have to be on top of your game if you're going to lead. So anyways, all that rambling out of the way, let's get into the video, because now we're going to talk about his embarrassing stat padding. Despite this whole scenario I just brought up to you guys, this is the situation. They're getting blown out of the building. Now let's see what LeBron James does in order to keep this stupid record of 10 points, each game in the regular season, which, by the way, if you include playoffs, he doesn't hold any record. He doesn't hold any record at all. He's not even close to where Jordan was, because Jordan actually performed in the playoffs while LeBron, Nope. We've seen 8 points in the finals from LeBron, so that's not a streak, but they're just tweaking it to make it a regular season record. Anyways, what a long intro. Guys, the link to the original Angry Old Hoops video is down below in the description. Highly recommend you check out his channel. And also, you'll see a list of channel members in there. Shout out channel members. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate the suggestion to check out this video. Now, with all that out of the way, you know what I have to say about this game. Let's go. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. Oh, let's talk about it. By the way, yeah. Dylan Brooks was the star. Yes. Dylan Brooks beat the triple-headed dragon Lakers on his own, basically. It was incredible. Give me that, old man. brings up the whole thing where he's just bullshitting with the SUNS bench too. That was hilarious. And we finally get to see JJ get fed up with LeBron. Oh no.
Good thing you kept that guy in the fourth period. Can I just say, it's got to suck to be Rui Hachimura. Whatever transpired here, somehow it was Rui's fault. Only LeBron is allowed to go stand in the corner, Rui. Speaking of Rui, he only got one shot attempt that night, thanks to 30% James being in there.
Dude.
Wait for it.
Okay. Before I remember, I think it was like halfway through the third quarter, and it was a massive blowout. LeBron only had 2 points. So, he had to be there in garbage time to get the rest of those points.
And there's your face of the league, folks.
Yep.
Gee, what will we do when we don't get to look at that anymore?
I miss it.
Thus far in this video, I've only used third period footage.
By the way, let me just clarify. I don't miss it like I don't miss LeBron. I was enjoying the regular season before he showed up. Honestly, it was way more exciting.
The period that LeBron went 0 for 3 from the field.
Third quarter?
That would put him at 2 out of 7 on the night thus far. That guy on his left, by the name of Luka Doncic, was 57.7% from the field, but let's ignore him. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why LeBron's chucking these shots up. Well, it's just the way he is, and of course there's another reason we're going to get to.
Yep.
Let's talk about someone who you don't see on the floor. Dalton Knecht plays the same position, small forward, as LeBron James. Dalton shot 71% from the field, 5 of 7 shooting.
Yep, and they were doing just great with him earlier in the season in LeBron's place.
60% from the three-point line. He only got 15 minutes.
Terrible.
This makes me think about the coach.
Well, and that makes sense because LeBron got 31 minutes that game.
Maybe if Dalton had been in instead of stat patter James, you could have closed the gap in that lead.
Yep.
13 points on 7 attempts compared to LeBron, 10 points on 10 attempts.
Oh, boy.
And by the way, Dalton got his 13 points without a single trip to the free throw line. Of course, LeBron James always gets a little extra help from the refs, at least attempts at help if he can make those free throws. Another option that would have been a good move to give more attempts to, Austin Reeves shot 50% that night.
Yeah, and that's the problem with this because Austin was the secondary ball handler behind Luka Doncic when LeBron was out. And now he's being like pushed down to the third option. It's a waste of an all-star talent. Absolutely. And I know some of you guys are going to be like, but LeBron is an all-star. Guys, he's hurting his team. Like, the stats all show it. Just watch a game. He's actually hurting the team. Austin Reeves was contributing to winning. Empty stats are empty stats, you guys. If they're not contributing to winning, I don't care if you got 50 points a game. It don't matter. If you're shooting 25%, that's terrible. That's a disgusting stat then.
LeBron came 5th in scoring on his own team again, while being 3rd in attempts. Is that not a sign that this streak isn't worth talking about anymore?
Yep.
What are you going to do? Wheel him out there in a wheelchair and help him put it in with underhanded shots for the next few years just to make sure he keeps getting 10 points? He was the 5th option on the team. Why is he in the game? So what are we talking about here? We're talking about coaching decisions. We're talking about leadership decisions. We're talking about poor leadership and poor coaching decisions. Oh, I know. It must have been the defense. Look how helpful LeBron is on offense when he's not shooting, by the way. Anyway, LeBron is gone. And
Wow, what an easy job. He's standing at half court. What an easy day for Dylan Brooks. No wonder why he had so much energy on offense. All he's got to do is stand around and just like make sure he doesn't cross half court.
Stopping, so you have a chance to count. There are 5 Suns players, 4 Lakers.
Yep.
LeBron has taken off early, as he always does, to get into an advantageous defensive position, except look at the guy on the top of the screen. He's going to take off in a sprint. And one would hope that the Laker that got back early would stop that breakaway.
Classic.
Instead, LeBron James.
Oh, my God.
When he re-enters the frame, we see him running away from the threat. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jog walking
Yep.
away.
I see what you're saying. I know. Yep.
from the threat, completely oblivious of the guy behind him.
Hold up. My John Madden pen's not working. I might need it today. There we go. Okay. Okay, but yeah, I see exactly what you mean. Stop staring at the ball, LeBron. Close out on defense.
Matter of fact.
Or that happens.
This is case in point of, well, it's not my job. If you're going to talk about basketball IQ and run away to get a head start on defense and the threat is coming, the high basketball IQ move is to stop the scoring threat.
And what better way to deflate a great team like the Lakers are right now than some, old ass LeBron James out there who can't even do something as simple as a fast break closeout. Like, you can't even contribute that much. So they're being punished constantly. The whole team is getting punished because LeBron won't do the simple little things. I can't imagine. I can't imagine Luka likes LeBron, man. Like, I gotta imagine he can't wait for him to get the hell out of here so they can be a championship contender.
Just wait and blame someone else. Well, it wasn't my man.
Timeout call by J.J. Redick. Just not happy with what he's seeing right now. Just incredible streaks in NBA history.
Yeah, you're down by 21 and you're just sitting there mid-play BSing with the Phoenix Suns bench. Like you have no shame left.
He has scored double digits, LeBron James.
It's hard to get to the main focus of the video when LeBron James and the announcers keep providing a buffet of shit that you have to wade through.
At least they're showing it regular season games because they've been trying to trick people.
For example, multiple content creators and even the mainstream media have already pointed out that JJ Redick was getting mad at LeBron James at this point. He's over goofing off with the other team while his team's getting blown out.
Bad as it gets when Brooks is the guy doing damage to the purple and gold.
Yep, he's yelling at LeBron.
You can hear JJ increasing his volume as he yells at LeBron.
Lakers want a timeout, and then Fisher's don't.
Not even paying enough attention to know that the coach is trying to communicate with him, forcing his coach to call a timeout, and he still didn't listen to his coach. Different topic. Maybe we'll circle back to that. I want to make sure you understand that while LeBron James is behaving in that childish, disrespectful manner, he's being praised by the announcers. They're completely ignoring his antics. They're completely ignoring that he isn't listening to his coach. They are talking about this scoring streak.
That's terrible.
While he has 4 points.
And while he's doing this clown show as well. Can we cut through the BS here real quick? I think it's happening. Okay, I remember talking about this before the season started, and I was like, he's going to start acting out at a certain point, because he's a child. He's an only child. He's a mama's boy. Like, he's going to start acting out after a while because what? The system is not running through him anymore. The system is running through Luka. And, he says the right words like, oh, yeah, that's fine, blah, blah, blah. It's Luka's team now, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't mean it. He doesn't like this. His ego can't handle this. So now he's acting out. And this was the first big sign. It didn't take him long. What, like 5 games in? 4 or 5 games in? And he's already acting out? So I know what he's trying to say. Why do I even care? I'm just going to joke around and have fun because I'm not part of the offense. But yeah, there's a reason why you're not, buddy.
Is being blown out. He hasn't even achieved it yet, and they're talking about it. They have it up on the screen as if it's already been accomplished this game, as if it's even an accomplishment. I mean, you don't need further evidence than this game to show that it's all BS.
Yeah, and the funny thing is like the last game without it was in 2007. Well, guess what? If you included the playoffs and the finals, then 2011 finals against the Mavericks, what was it, game 4, game 5? He put up 8 points in there, and I think he shot like 33%. It was embarrassing. So really, the streak is garbage. If you're not going to count playoffs, I don't want to see the record. Who cares? Then James Harden, a guy like James Harden can rack up a bunch of records in a regular season. What's it really mean if it's not leading to winning?
January 5th, 2007 was the last time he did not reach double figures in a game, and LeBron...
You see that right there?
Yep.
That was a lie.
Yep.
The people Listening just got lied to.
They did.
That is not the last time he didn't reach
Do it,
double
AOH.
figures in a game. I just realized another insulting fact. Insulting in that LeBron James was still in the game. Phoenix Suns pulled Dylan. He had 33 points in the third, and that's what he ended with.
Yeah.
He played for 3 minutes in the fourth, and then he sat out.
Yeah.
But LeBron stayed in.
I know.
My God.
AOH, this is like all the stuff we've all been talking about just coming all together right here in this one game. And it was beautiful. It was against the Suns. All the things that we've accused him of, it all happened right in front of our eyes, live on TV in one game.
Scored in double figures.
Stat padding.
And that could help him as he gets to the free
Keep
throw
stat
line.
padding, bro.
Yes, moronic announcer. Him flopping is going to help him get from 4 to 6 at the charity stripe. 4 points to 6 points. I tell you, they're going to have to enforce the no flopping rule just to protect the cameramen and other people around the court. Because these guys never look. They don't look where they're going. They're busy putting on the drama. They're busy falling down. They're looking at the rim as they backpedal. They're going to hurt somebody.
Point. Point, get mad.
As entertaining as the game footage is, most of today's episode is going to be talking about Doug Collins' decision with Michael Jordan in 2001.
You know what, AOH? I don't know if you're ever going to watch this, but if you do, I was thinking about the exact same thing in the fourth quarter. I was thinking about Doug Collins. But I'll save it. I'll save it. You know I know this story. Let's go.
And how that type of coaching exposes today's fraudulent NBA and JJ Redick's fraudulent coaching decisions when it comes to LeBron James.
Yep, there we go. We're going to pull him out with 8 points.
It's hard for me not to compare the behavior of the coaches. Let's set aside LeBron James for a moment.
I mean, the behavior of the coaches, but also the behavior of the player, the leader, the star.
Think about the behavior of Doug Collins benching Michael Jordan when Michael Jordan wasn't shooting well against the Pacers in 2001. He had 6 points in the third period and did not play in the fourth period. Doug Collins made a coach's decision.
Yeah, and it wasn't just Jordan. Like that was it. It was garbage time for the fourth quarter. They were going to rest. I think they were on a back-to-back, Doug said. So I think they had to play the next day. So he's like, all right, might as well rest you guys. We'll have a better chance tomorrow.
You may not agree with that coach's decision. Maybe you do agree with the coach's decision. But at least it seems like a coaching decision. Mm-hmm. Hey, you're not playing that great. I want to rest you for upcoming games.
Yeah, you don't want to injure your star players or your starters in an unwinnable game. This is common practice. But you got a stat patter like LeBron who don't care. Imagine if he got injured again during that. How much funnier would that have been?
And, you know, Michael Jordan turns around and scores 45 and 51 in those next two games. Maybe it wasn't such a bad decision. But it just really made me think about how JJ Redick didn't even make a coach's decision. He made a scripted drama decision. Consider that Jordan's terrible game that got him benched, he shot 2 for 10 and did not have a fourth period opportunity to try and improve on that. Well, the game that LeBron James stayed in until he got his double digits, he shot 3 for 10. Wow, so much better.
Yep.
He had 0 rebounds, 3 turnovers.
0 rebounds, bro? Dang.
30% from the field, 25% from the three-point line. Those are the performance arguments in a game that was, by many people's opinions, a blowout. Now, add to that LeBron James sat out the previous game, supposedly because of managing a nagging foot injury, and had already missed 3.5 weeks already this season. But let's leave him in. I mean,
I know, and we're pissed off Dalton Connect's not getting minutes. Can you at least give him the garbage minutes since you're stealing his starting spot, LeBron? Can you just give the kid his garbage time minutes so he can get out there and you know, shake off that dust a little bit? No, you got to be this selfish, huh? this ridiculously selfish about a stupid record that no one cares about. Does anybody care about the 10-point record? You ever heard about the 10-point record before now? No. Stop lying to yourself. It's not a thing. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter because it doesn't include the playoffs. No one's going to care about this in your stupid legacy, LeBron.
I'm going to talk about not making responsible coaching decisions when it's supposed to be about the actual game or a player's health. Come on. This is just pure script for a meaningless streak.
Yep.
It's not that I've ever thought highly of JJ Redick as a person or as a coach, but this just really shoves your face right down in the dog doo-doo.
I actually think he is a decent coach. I mean, we haven't gotten to see him really coach without a guy like LeBron James, just crapping all over the place. So I guess we'll really get to see the truth if he's a good coach or not whenever LeBron decides to finally dip out. It'll be a nice day when that happens. However, as a person, I'm not a JJ fan.
Even if you were still trying to pretend that this was basketball and not some BS drama show that poses as basketball, they won't even let you pretend. They just shove your face right in the stinky reality of what they're doing.
It makes me wonder if there was a Kalshi, a bet or something like that. That was, will LeBron James get 10 points? It makes me really curious. It does.
Hey, LeBron, skip out on your team. Hey, LeBron, go do some podcasts or go on some goofy kids show when you're skipping out on the team. Hey, LeBron, demand max money. Hey, LeBron, demand that your kid be hired to the team. Hey, LeBron, demand that your podcast buddy be hired to the team. Hey, LeBron, perform poorly. Hey, LeBron, chit-chat with the other team's bench instead of paying attention.
Hey, LeBron, in your elimination game in the playoffs last year when you were the 3 seed and you're about to lose to the 6 seed, just joke around with Ant-Man and the rest of your opponent while you're about to get just basically your ass kicked out of the court for the rest of the year. And then after that, go on your own podcast, and you should totally tell Steve Nash, I ain't losing no sleep over losing in the playoffs with Luka Doncic. It's just basketball, man.
I mean, over and over and over and over again. And what happens? JJ gives him what he wants. Sounds like a very simple point that I'm making, but I'm wondering how many other people are thinking this.
And that's why I wonder what JJ is as a coach without LeBron, because right now, he has to do whatever LeBron asks because he got the job because of LeBron. So this dynamic is a little screwed up right now.
The difference between Doug Collins making an actual coaching decision and JJ Redick making a non-coaching decision.
And also, AOH, the difference between a guy who's coachable and a guy who's never been coachable, like LeBron James. He doesn't listen to anybody.
Hey, let's keep a BS streak going decision at the detriment of the team.
Yep.
And if you believe any of these injury reports, then it's at the detriment of the player also.
Yep.
Some people say they think they see the ice cracking. They see JJ losing his patience. And yet he still seems to be bound to ultimately serving LeBron James's agenda.
Yeah, he has to.
Or maybe he can push back a little bit because LeBron James has something to lose also, in that JJ Redick was his idea, and therefore JJ Redick needs to look like he's doing a good job. Well, wait a minute. No, LeBron always denied his involvement with JJ, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Of course he did.
Like, that's believable.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Just like he never tried to trade Kyrie.
Like any good politician, just deny.
Yeah.
So I guess LeBron's in the clear. Let's look at that fourth period really quick, shall we? That fourth period that LeBron James helped his team so much. That fourth period that it was important enough to forget his battles with injury and forget that it's a blowout and leave him in the game. Well, we kick things off with a turnover. Great. Good having you in the game there, LeBron. Next, a phantom foul to get LeBron James to the free throw line. This is just absolute BS. Look at the trajectory of LeBron's body.
Dude.
Look at him aiming at the
I know,
defense.
yeah, and there's barely any contact anyways. If there was contact, that would be an offensive foul because he's lowering the shoulder and barreling into the chest of the defender over and over again. But he's actually doing everything he can to stay away from contact because he knows LeBron going to get the BS call, and they still call it.
Who was actually standing straight up and down.
Yep.
And then at the end of
No
it all,
contact. He
LeBron
pushes him.
gets away with shoving the defender after the play's over. No consequences.
I punch him.
Anyway, LeBron can only hit one out of the two, but one of those gets him from 6 points up to 7.
Let's not forget the importance of screaming like a bitch so you get that call.
For keeping that streak.
Wow. That's enough for me to idolize him. So inspiring.
So all he needs now is a 3-pointer to hit 10.
Embarrassing. It's not like he was fighting to win. They weren't trying to win anymore. It was over, and he's out there doing this for a 10-point streak. This is one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen in basketball. Really.
He eventually hits that, but he does take one more shot before JJ sends him to the bench at 5:44. This leaves LeBron James at 3 of 10. And I know you LeBron fans, that you just want to deflect and you just want to point at anything that's ever happened in history except for look at what's in front of you, and you want to say, hey, Jordan had bad games too. Well, look, he got benched for it.
With complete disregard from the coach that he had an entire fourth period to get 4 points to keep a scoring streak going. That's because the coach was actually coaching. And Michael Jordan didn't get mad because he wanted to be coached. He wasn't worried about a 10-point scoring streak.
No, and he actually respects his coaches.
I got to tell you, the way that Jordan nonchalantly accepted this instead of being upset shows how meaningless a 10-point scoring streak is to an actual GOAT.
Well, yeah, when you hear the Doug Collins story, the first thing, because, Jordan got on the bus after the game and he asked the coach to sit next to him. And Doug immediately apologizes and says, hey, man, I didn't know about the 10-point streak, that you had going on. And Jordan was just like, immediately, I don't care about the record. I don't care about that. What I need to know is, do you still believe in me as a coach? Do you still believe that I can play on the biggest stage? And Doug was like, of course I do. You're Michael Jordan. And then he goes out there and scores what was it? I forgot what AOH said. It was like 51 and then like 45, I think, back-to-back games, something along those lines. He didn't even care about the record. He was having doubts after that poor performance, and he just needed his coach to have his back. Yes, I still believe in you. And then when you believe in a guy like Michael Jordan, he's gonna make you very, very thankful that you believed in him. He's gonna reward you for that.
Quite the contrast from a phony who is desperately pursuing the continuance of what is already a false streak.
He just wanted rings.
Anyway, I guess what I'm saying is that the difference in the coach's behavior kind of gives away how fake the game is now, compared to it still being at least kind of real back then. But
that's true. It's more about the stats. It's not about winning anymore. You're right.
Got a multi-million-dollar coaching job thanks to LeBron, so I guess he has to take it.
He does.
Up the butt.
He does.
With the disrespect every now and then.
Yeah, that was the deal.
I guess that's just the price.
Yep.
But if you're taking the game seriously, if you actually care about winning, if you want to mount a comeback, maybe the NBA Cup actually matters to you because you pretended like it mattered.
Dude, are you at the ocean? Whoa, how'd that happen?
Back when you won, stupid thing. Maybe if any of this matters, you pay attention. Maybe you're so intense because you care about winning that you're focused on the game and not jawing and laughing it up with the other team. Maybe you don't cost your coach a timeout, that if your team does close the gap, you're desperately going to need that timeout at the end of the game. Why did Rui Hachimura only have one shot attempt in this game? 10 points on 10 field goal attempts.
Wow.
You know what? I think Rui could have done better. I know 3 turnovers is an improvement for LeBron turnover James, but it's 3 more than the rebounds that he got. It's more than the assists that he provided. Did this guy bring anything to the table for the Lakers?
No.
Or is he just there to take? Of course, we all know that answer and have known that answer for a very long time.
Yeah, me too, man.
You know, some people don't like that Jordan played when he was old, or they kind of wish the Wizards' years didn't happen. And some people say, those Wizard years were actually pretty good.
I liked them.
And I'll tell you this. You weren't wondering constantly if he was going to show up.
I know.
You weren't wondering constantly if he was going to fake an injury or load manage.
Dude, he had a knee requiring surgery, and he still played, I think it was 10 games. And he played poorly. Don't get me wrong. He played poorly. He was limping around, but he was out there trying to help his team get to the playoffs until they finally shut it down. And then the next season, you want to talk about egos being checked? He started out his last season on the bench, okay? Because he was still recovering from his injury. Now, if this is a LeBron James, he will miss every game until he's ready to start again. You guys have seen it. When was the last time you seen LeBron come off the bench? Exactly. It's never happened. Michael freaking Jordan was willing to do that because even if he can only play 20 minutes a game or whatever off the bench, he can still help his team win. It's about winning. That's a winner, okay? And then also, AOH said he showed up. You never wondered if he was going to show up? Yeah. He was willing to play injured. He was willing to play off the bench. And he also played all 82 games that last year, okay?
Nope. Until his season was ended, he was showing up for every game.
Yes, sir.
And after Doug Collins benched him, he came back dropping 45 and 51.
Nice. I got the numbers right.
LeBron James? What's LeBron James going to do after this?
I bet he's going to miss the next game. He's going to say his foot hurts.
We don't know if he'll even play.
Yeah, that's it.
And we don't know what the excuse will be this time.
I don't know, foot.
What we do know is that we probably shouldn't take it seriously.
Nope.
Someone in mainstream media mentioned that LeBron James was putting his personal stats above the best interest of the team. And again, we go back to SxADk and whether a coach should be allowing that. And you got to remember that back when LeBron was having a terrible season in like 2021 and JJ was still an analyst or on a talk show.
His own podcast.
He told the world that it was more important to focus on the accomplishments of an individual. Like, screw it. Let's just forget about the season and focus on what LeBron can get. Like, he actually said that back then.
Damn, dude.
Pretty good match.
It is.
Pretty good match to be LeBron's coach / manager, huh?
Well, that's going to do it. Pretty long video.
It was a good one.
There's a lot more incriminating footage for me to share of LeBron James from that game, but this should suffice for now. Let me know what you thought.
Oh, man. I think it was great because, like, we got to talk about multiple things in this one. You know, one, how funny it is that they got their asses kicked with LeBron with basically a Dillon Brooks-led Phoenix Suns team. Two, how funny it is that they're down by 20 and he's just sitting there, like, BSing with the Suns, not even, like, in the play. You know, they're on offense, too. You'd think he'd, like, pay attention on offense. Defense, he's asleep. But offense, you'd think he'd, like, want part of the action so he can get some stats. But there he is just goofing off and pissing off the coach and pissing off the rest of his team. Oh, man. And then finally to go in and stat pad like that to get his stupid 10 points. What a brilliant game. Like, this is it's rare that you get all of these things all together in one game. Like, this is probably the most embarrassing game regular season wise I can think of for LeBron. You know, finals, of course, we got the 0-11 finals, and I don't even have to pick a game. The whole series, it's good. Or every game after game 2, I guess. But I would just say the whole series is just hilariously embarrassing. But, you know, guys, he's doing it to himself. So, you know, I don't laugh at people's misfortunes when, you know, like, it's not their fault. When they're out there trying to do positive and then negative happens, You know, I don't like to make fun of that. But when you are deserving of it, you were the one doing this BS. Yeah, I'm all over it. I'm all over it. Because he's daring people not to call him out, you know, for his bad behavior. So here we are calling it out. And it's just funny to see it all just coming together here. Yeah, I can imagine him missing some games again. And then, like, guys, I said it, or you know, before the season started, I won't be that surprised if he asked for a trade. Because he's got a no trade clause, so he has to request one. I will not be surprised if he asks for a trade before the trade deadline is over. Because he, you know, what's he gonna do on this team? Nothing. Like, an only child can't be on a team like this with multiple players that are this much better than him. He can't handle this. He needs the attention. He needs mommy's love constantly. And he's not going to get mommy's love when he's like the 5th best player on the team. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. AOH, great video. Great suggestion to check out this video. It was a good time. Yeah, link is down below if you want to check out AOH's channel. And like the vid if you could, it helps. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Hit that subscribe plus if you want to support my channel. And most importantly is to be water, my friends.